I'm doing this live. I am literally doing this live right now because I am absolutely baffled. I don't even want to do it. I don't even want to do an edited version of a video and retake. I just want to do it live because I'm that baffled by what just took place over at Rio Robertson's YouTube channel. I'm stunned. Absolutely stunned. For those that missed it, for those that for those that missed what just took place, let me explain to you guys what just happened. So, you know what? Let's start from the very beginning. Let's start from the very beginning about what took place tonight. Okay? So, a couple of months ago, Rio Robertson reached out to me and said, let's do a roundtable discussion, Pizzle, when you come back. Me, you, Mark, and Philly 500. Now, I explained to him that I did not want to do any content until August. That was the rule that I put out there. Hey, I'll do it, but we'll do it in August, okay? With that being said, we went through weeks, the last couple of weeks, putting a date together for this live stream tonight, right? And I was excited about doing it, right? We're going to talk some NFC East football. Now, understand that there's a bunch of content creators that you can go get, right? And a lot of them are very similar. But there is only one Cop Pizzle. That's reality. That's facts, okay? So anyways, Rio gets me. And so it's going to be me, Rio, Mark Holmes, and Philly 500. Philly 500 never shows up because he's an Eagles fan. He doesn't have the capability to look at a watch. Okay, completely misses it. So it's just me, Rio, and Mark. Now, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to sit there and suck each other off? What are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to sit there and just say, "Oh, it's the Eagles' world," or "Oh, thank God you showed up tonight, Mark. Thank you. I'm sorry you had to actually have to work today. Thanks for showing up." What are we supposed to do? Just sit there and just blow each other? Are we supposed to sit there and talk football and mix it up a little bit like grown-ass men do? So anyways, I say all this because this was months in advance, right? No issue whatsoever came to the forefront. Nothing. Then we get into this stream tonight. We talk a little football. Matter of fact, we literally talked the issues with the running back, paying the running back position. The man literally sat there. And then Rio says to me, "Hey, Pizzle, who do you got winning the NFC East?" Right? And I proceed to say that it is going to come down to the Giants and the Cowboys. Why? So here was my reasoning for that. Number one, the Philadelphia Eagles, history says that the Philadelphia Eagles are not going to repeat. That's just what history says. This is facts. This is all facts that took place, right? Or this is just as factual. We all know that teams don't repeat in the NFC. No disrespect to Philly. They can still make the playoffs. They probably still will make the playoffs. But history has shown that Philadelphia is not going to win the NFC. So I said, "Hey, Rio, your Commanders ain't gonna win it either because they're the Commanders, right?" Anyway, so I say, Mark, it's coming down to you and me, Giants and Cowboys. This man, after having a full-blown conversation with me about the running back market, begins to start crying about something that I have no control over. In fact, I suffered consequences for even having to deal with Mark Holmes. This man, listen, Mark Holmes, and I'm going to say this, and I do not say this lightly. Mark Holmes has a mental illness. He has a mental illness. And you cannot go from having a full-blown conversation to all of a sudden start crying like a little schoolgirl and then blaming me for something that I had nothing to do with. In fact, blaming me for something that I had to deal with personally as well. Like, what are you talking about? Seriously. And then he said, "Oh, Pizzle, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. How dare you try to come to my house and watch the Cowboys and Giants?" You literally, at the end of last season, said, "Pizzle, let's find this guy together." I feel bad. I want to say I feel bad for Rio Robinson. I know he's going to take the side of Mark because he's terrified of Mark and he wants to continue to eat Mark's hot wings. I get that, okay? I feel bad for Rio. Obviously, Philly 500 was smarter than all of us and didn't show up. But Mark clearly suffers from mental illness, and I really hope that he gets help. Seriously. I mean, he literally went, and he did the same thing with E2 Blue. E2 Blue. He did the same thing, Philly Jimbo. He did the same thing. I have never in my life seen a man go from having a full-blown conversation. I'm 37 years of age. I have never had a conversation with a grown man where we were talking about something, then all of a sudden he just started fucking crying. I've never seen it. And then he has the audacity to go around and say, "Oh, I've been working on a 203-year-old house. Oh, my back." What are you talking? Everybody probably went to work today. Oh, you had to work. You're tired. Oh, big fucking deal, weirdo. Big deal. I'm renovating a 203-year house. This man told me he's 86 years of age and he wants to die in this house. What are you talking about? You mental illness freak. I'm just stunned. I'm stunned. The worst thing I said about Mark tonight was that he smelled. He clearly smelled. But it's a joke. It's a grown man joke. This is football, people. Does anybody understand what we're doing here on YouTube? It's football. What do you want to do? You want to sit around and watch content where people just break down nonsense that they're like, "Hey, you know how hard it is to play man to man in a bunch format?" They don't know. They didn't play. So let's have a little fun and mix it up a little bit. Talk football, talk a little trash. And I got to sit there and deal with some crybaby because he worked on a 203-year-old house? What a weirdo. You have brain damage. You must have CTE, Mark. That must have been you must have hit your head today with a hammer and the concussion was talking tonight because you went from a full-blown conversation to all of a sudden crying. I got a 3-year-old in there that'll do the same damn thing. Yeah, and then Rio, again, I feel bad for Rio. Step the fuck up. No wonder you're Commanders fan. I can't even begin to even understand what I just experienced. I feel like I need to, I literally feel like I need to call somebody and I need to go see a therapist. I need to go. I mean, I literally gave the man a compliment and said that his team was going to compete with my team for the NFC East title. And this man began to talk about nothing that was relevant to the conversation and then began to lie about about me saying that I was helping somebody who was hunting me down. I just can't believe it. And so anyways, I say all this because it's important to talk about mental illness and those that suffer from it. And it's really important that you guys that are watching this, or if you watch this in the future, please go to Mark's channel and tell him to please seek help, because the concussion that he apparently suffered today is killing him. It's killing him. And I hate to see it. And I want you guys to understand something too. Let me say this, because this is important, right? Because we're going to learn some shit here. This man has me, Mark, Philly Five. We have each other's phone numbers. Okay. Now that may not be a secret to you guys, but Mark has my phone number, and Mark just went on a rampage about how I was doing it. Mark has had all spring and all summer to call me, man to man, right? He has had all this time to call me and say, "Hey, Pizzle, man to man, you did something wrong," right? Which I don't even know what I did wrong, but he's had all summer long to say something to me, right? Call me up. Matter of fact, the motherfucker has my address. He's had plenty of time to show the hell up. Come whoop my ass if you feel some kind of way. And again, I want to say that I invited myself to Mark Holmes' house to watch the Giants and Cowboys game, not because I want to be there. Who the hell wants to be with Mark? Because it's good for business. It's a good YouTube. It's a good YouTube content thing. What was the point of what Mark did tonight? And then he says, "Pizzle, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. No more." What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Mark? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when I shit talk your Cowboys? What are you gonna do? You'll do nothing, Mark. You'll do absolutely nothing. You can't do, because there's nothing on God's green earth, Mark, that you're better at than me. Imagine that. There's nothing. There's nothing you can do in this world that's better than me. Nothing. Nothing. And then, for some reason, you brought your son into it tonight, which I didn't even talk about. Michael, Anthony, where's the fitness? I didn't even bring him up, but you started crying about a cheap plastic belt. What? What? What a weirdo. Mental illness. Concussion talking. I can't even comprehend. Guys, for somebody who really enjoys putting out content for you guys, I'm stunned. I'm baffled. But yes, Mark says he's done with Pizzle. He's not going to talk about Pizzle. By the way, after I made the video about, hey, Mark, how about I come over to your house and watch the game? He literally did a poll on a live stream. Should I allow Cop Pizzle to come to the house? And guess what? It was 67% yes. He did not have any issue with the night that I made the video, but apparently the mental illness kicked in tonight when we were doing a live stream with Rio. Again, man to man, if you had an issue with me, all you had to do was reach out to me this off season and handle it like a man. Instead, you came on YouTube during a live stream, and we're all listen, let's make no mistake about this, guys. When a live stream man, like when a guy like Rio, who is low on subscriber numbers, when a man like him is trying to do a live stream and he brings on heavy hitters such as myself, Philly 500, and that goof Mark Holmes, it's an attempt to pump up his numbers. But Mark Holmes selfishly started crying tonight and completely ruined what any chance that Rio had to pick up his numbers. It's baffling. It's baffling to me how selfish and how mentally ill one man could be. It's terrible. It's just awful. And what makes it even better is he's a stupid ass Cowboys fan who gets to sit here and act like, oh, we're a great team. Oh, we're this, we're that. Everything that I say, nothing gets held accountable. Nothing gets. I'm working on a 203-year-old house. Congratulations. Who cares? I wanted to talk some football today. I wanted to have a little NFC East debate. I wanted to have a good time. Guys, I wanted to create content that was fun for all. That's what I wanted to do tonight. Family fun content, right? That's all I wanted to do. Instead, I had to sit there and listen to a mentally ill man start crying in my face. I'm baffled. I'm stunned. I really am. So the question is now, Pizzle, are you going to stop bothering Mark Holmes that now that he has made this threat about I'm done with you, I'm done with you? No, I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to Mark Holmes, and because he ain't going to do nothing about it. He ain't going to call me. He ain't going to visit me. He ain't going to do nothing. Okay? He ain't going to do nothing to me because there's nothing he can do to me. Just like there's nothing that the Dallas Cowboys are going to do. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I got an inspection tomorrow. Well, Mark, how about you do better work than shoddy work? Then you wouldn't have to worry about your inspection tomorrow. You mentally weirdo. Oh, I got an inspection tomorrow. Well, do better work. The only people that stress about an inspection are people that do shit work. That's facts. That's reality. I've been on a ton of construction sites. Tons. That's another thing I'd whoop Mark's ass in. How to use a damn hammer. Anyways, let me get back to the question. Okay? Pizzle, are you going to stop messing with Mark Holmes? No. All he did tonight was put gas on the fire. I'm going to get in this man's ass and break something off in it. All year long now, okay? No, what do the kids say? I don't even know what the kids. I would say no homo, but apparently you can't say that. What is it that the kids say? Somebody in the comments tell me what the kids say now. Somebody please tell me. Get me back. Get me up to date. Pause. That's it. Thank you, Judge. Pause. I'm gonna break something off in Mark. Pause. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be on his ass like white on rice. Pause. He's going to feel me. Pause. You feel me? Oh, he better hope. He better hope the Giants don't beat the Dallas Cowboys week. He better hope. He better hope he don't. He better hope they don't. Because I will absolutely go deep inside of him and tear his intestines out. Pause. Pause. You know what I'm saying? You don't tell another man to leave another man alone. You don't say that. If you out in whether you on YouTube or in the middle of a fucking street, you don't say, hey man, leave me alone, man. Come on, don't say, I want you to leave me alone. Leave me alone. What are you talking about? Pull your pants up. What do you mean? What is that even supposed to mean? I'm done with you. I'm done. What are we breaking up, Mark? What were we dating? I didn't even realize we were dating, Mark. I had no clue. Pause. We're dating? We're done. Pistol, we're done. I can't take it anymore. You just don't complete me. You just don't do nothing. Pause! What a weirdo. I'm baffled by this. A grown man literally started crying to me tonight. For those that don't know what happened tonight, be thankful that you didn't have to see it. Okay? Be thankful that you didn't have to see Mark Holmes start to mentally break down because Pizzle told him that it's down to the Giants and Cowboys this season. Don't be thankful. Be thankful that you didn't have to see it. Anyways, should I do more live streams? Why I got you guys? Why I got you guys here? Should I do more live streams this year? Let's make this night at least somewhat useful. Let's make it a little useful tonight. Should I do more live streams? Because again, I'm going to have to go in here and tell my wife. I'm going to have to go in here and tell my wife that I made a grown man cry tonight, and apparently I need to go to church on Sunday and apologize to the Lord for what I have done tonight. You know what I'm saying? I have to apologize for breaking something off in a man's butt tonight. Pause! I don't smoke cigarettes, that is. I'm a classical man, which means I smoke cigars. I feel like I need a cigarette. I need a damn cigarette. I need a cigarette and a lighter because I just can't get over what happened. He has to be concussed. He has to be concussed, right? He has to be concussed. Michael, I'm going to tell you what I think happened today. This is what I think happened. I think Michael Anthony, known as goofy as he is, I'm going to say that he accidentally let the hammer slip out of his hand working on the 203-year-old house, blah, 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 and accidentally hit his dad upside the head. That's what I think happened. With that being said, don't be this fragile in life, people. Don't be fragile. Don't ever, first of all, as a man, most notably as a 60-minute man, don't you ever cry in front of another man. You hear me? Now, it's one thing to cry from a woman because, hey, sometimes we got to do what we got to do to score. You know what I'm saying? We got to do what we got to do. So sometimes you got to share them fake, I love you, baby. I love you. Because you got to get in them. I get that, okay? That is understandable. But what you will not do in life is cry in front of a man. Don't you ever do it. Okay? Because if you are a man and you cry in front of another man, you are no man at all. Okay? Do you understand me? You are no man at all. You are a little child. You are a little boy. That's facts. You can cry in front of a woman because you got to do what you got to do. But don't you ever. I don't give a damn, Marcus, if it's simping or not, okay? You either score or you don't. You either put the ball in the end zone or you don't, okay? Anyways, you do not cry in front of another man, okay? So all you young pups out there, listen carefully. Don't you ever do that because it'll make you look soft, geeky, and weird, okay? Pause. I don't care. I'm just baffled by what I seen tonight. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go try to cleanse myself tonight. Okay. I'm gonna try to cleanse myself. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to listen, guys. Listen to me, okay? This mystery man was messing with Mark. This is over a year ago. This is way over a year ago. That's what's baffling about this. This mystery man was messing with Mark, okay? The mystery man wanted me to give him big information about Mark that I was not willing to do. Okay? And then this so-called mystery man starts harassing me and my family. Everyone knows this. This legitimately happened. Okay, and I suffered from it. I left YouTube partially because of it. Okay, that's facts. That's reality. Mark and I were good with this. We had overcome this. In fact, we became a team off of YouTube trying to isolate this man. That's facts. For this to happen tonight is mind-boggling. Anyways, I'm going to find a way to detox from this nonsense tonight. Let me get my mind right, and I'm going to come back with you guys with some much better content. And I'm potentially going to do it live. For those of you that enjoy the Giants Outsiders podcast, we will be doing that tomorrow night with our buddy Fisk and Ron Effect. Okay? Make no mistake about it. We ain't done with Mark Holmes. Okay? He can sit there and ignore us all he wants to. We're going to absolutely cook this man. All he did tonight was let me know that I am living rent-free in that man's head. Rent-free. Okay? And this house ain't 203 years old. Okay? It ain't that old. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, Giants Outsiders podcast tomorrow. And then we're gonna get you guys some great content the rest of the week. We are. Much love, guys. Much love. You know, I appreciate you guys coming in here. Let me explain myself. Let me talk to you guys about what happened. I watched a mentally ill man tonight start crying. And I don't know what he's releasing. But again, guys, most of you know that I suffered the same consequences that Mark Holmes suffered from last year. The same thing. The same damn thing. We'll talk to you guys soon. Y'all have a good rest of your night. What a fucking nut.